Hey guys, I'm seeing from the chat that some of you have already seen this stuff, but I have not. So this will be my first go through, so you can watch the surprise if on my face if you already know what's coming, because I do not. I've not read either one of these. I just see that these two letters are here, but let's don't waste time. Let's get into it and see what's up, because this is the motion's supposed to be heard tomorrow for the current attorney attempting to withdraw from the case, the sixth attorney, who will be lucky number 7. But let's see what Sarah has to say. All right. This one's to the judge. This was August 26th. I think the other one is a couple of days later. 100 more days of no communication. Judge Wooten, quote, "How do you feel about your attorney withdrawing," end quote, "during an attempted video visit by a misrepresented, shifty, quote unquote, reporter? This is how I was made aware of my attorney cowardly and for the second time trying to ungracefully bow out of my case." Well, in that case, I would think you would want that attorney to go away. Mr. Matt Johnson. Okay. "Please honor the integrity and ethics of a real reporter and not camouflage yourself as my friend in order to push your way through the rules and regulations of the correctional facility. Professional is also an option when scheduling, but clearly does not pertain to you. Just don't schedule at all, as I have nothing to report to you or Court TV altogether." Busting out on Court TV. If Julie Grant had called her, could she have said no to that, though? "You're not even a real news channel and only add to the confusion and hysterics wrongfully, illegally, and inappropriately concocted in my case. Do not contact." Now, when Sarah Boone is complaining that you are not acting professional, that's going to be hard to take, going to be hard to swallow. All right. So next, from my perspective, Sarah's perspective, am I surprised my attorney is trying yet again to give up completely? No. Is it a blessing? Yes. Let's be honest. Frank is a dud of an attorney. This is her talking. "He is unprofessional, hides." Oh, that's not a good thing to do with her. "Lies and is disrespectful." Well, you'd think you'd kind of get along with him then. You have a lot of those attributes. "I had a feeling when other attorneys spoke about him, winced, sighed, or rolled eyes, saying they have some of his clients, and after finding his 3 public reprimands, I announced to the court in which he said pissed him off, being the reason for his first attempted withdrawal." Okay, now I got a blank page here. Okay, "This was going to be an adventure, but nonetheless, I hope for the best. Unfortunately, I seem to have gotten the worst. Thankfully, there are many other professional and scrupulous, valiant attorneys still available." Okay, is number 7 coming on the scene? I know some of you may know this already. Don't spoil it for me. "And hopefully, after all my previous letters and 6 withdrawals to date, not by my choice, Judge Wooten, you will remove the blindfold this time when throwing your darts of justice at the 'remember everyone has constitutional rights that should be treated fairly' dartboard. And you wear glasses, so let's go for the bullseye. Please, thank you in advance for hopefully carrying this time. Also, if you are insistent on continuing to be my judge, as revolution is supposed to be every 2 years, going on 4 now, and you've stated to me in your courtroom previously, I have not, because I ask not, may you please observe and act independently as a judge and utilize your judicial authority to judicially maintain forward direction of proper, lawful, ethical treatment and respect of the client in any case, effective communication between all parties, especially, I mean, this looks pretty manic to me, especially the client and attorney is being made, productive regular progress is being achieved, and all around fairness of and in every aspect is constant." I'm going to take a break and look at the comments for that sentence there. Her attorney, let me pop this one up here. Her attorney refused to hide in a suitcase. Good thing going forward, she has excellent handwriting, and I agree with that. But this sentence is tough for me to get through. Did she just call being tried for murder and adventure? Apparently so. All right. So, all right, let me get back to this. "Aren't you tired of getting my letters, always asking about the same questions, concerns, and drab information? Please do not ignore and avoid what I have to say any longer, as I'm sure the taxpayers are unapproving of their tax dollars, mine too, being wasted for all my attorneys you keep blundering. It took almost 14 months before my I told you so moment with Bankowitz and all my other attorneys, 42 months total. Yes, she saw this coming because she knows so much. Please also see finally the absolute unfairness, fabrications, impediments, illegalities, and dysfunctions ongoing in my case." She needs Jackie, the lawyer from Seinfeld. "And how truly unmistakably ransacked by the justice system and perverted by the whole world my entire case has been and become, Add yourself also to the mayhem, hype, and added difficulties. Anybody see anything about the victim in this case in any of this? I didn't think so. Is she trying to make this hard to follow now as a comment? I really feel like as I'm trying to read it, I'm like channeling this burst of energy she has, of rage that she has. And I think it's just how this is. All right, let me get back to this because this is underlined and I can't ignore that. I have an unfair opportunity in everything with all the predisposed, non-permissive, illegally distributed, case-altering, sensitive information and details spread globally for everyone's viewing except me. Again, I think the main evidence in this case is the videos that she took herself, and she didn't want to watch them when the police wanted to show them to her. But isn't that really the main evidence? Okay. My hand is known before the cards are even out of the box. Really? You're the only person who was there, who was alive at the end of this. There's not a bell anywhere that hasn't already been rung for all to hear. Seeds have been planted. Every metaphor on deck, all illegally and unfairly. I'm going to apologize now. I may interject something frivolous into this. And so you just look at it on the screen. I'm not a stenographer, and this won't be exactly verbatim because got to get into the spirit of this too. For the monumental amount of time allowing the world to abuse and devastate my private case information, lack of proper orders, not having an appropriate attorney, and non-existent security and protection of any kind for all said information becoming so easily accessible, mutated, and shared without my permission. And before my trial, it is unfair and unlawful that a heavily prejudiced, ignorant, incorrect prejudgment has been made as a result. This is just a bunch of baloney. This could have been stopped, lessened, or averted if someone was doing their job correctly. I think I know who she's pointing at. I'm still doing mine by telling you so. She's doing her job, Judge, being a defendant in a murder case. I am not wrong. All right, then. See, I thought she might be wrong. And she was able to foresee that because she does know most everything. She knew we would read this and think that, and she went ahead and told you, I am not wrong. There you go. It's a self-authenticating claim. No, still, I believe it all depends on how much money, notoriety, and benefits anyone and everyone can get for themselves. Yes, the class warfare. And however, no matter the destruction caused or the ominous, irreparable shadow made along the very lucrative way. Yes, these are big money videos here. A system for all the wrong reasons. As for Bankowitz and his irreconcilable differences, this means because I asked again about his phantom phone numbers and any progress occurring since not speaking to him in months, and after, blank page, here comes the Wapner Rain Woman stats we've been waiting for. 408 days, 58 weeks plus 9,792 hours. Wapner of his representation with only 6 in-person meetings totaling plus or minus 7 hours out of 9,792, 4 15-minute video visits. But really, how complicated is your case? You left a guy in a suitcase, you taunted him, you need somebody to testify that you were a battered person, and that's why you lied to everybody, and that's why you cruelly taunted him, and then you need the jury to listen to that and go, no, I don't think so, and then you get your sentence. And 2 phone numbers given, 0 working, 0 calls to answer. This is like a Christmas thing. 2 turtle doves, and a letter in a pear tree. 10 letters from me, the client, trying to communicate, no response. 8 letters from me to the judge, no response. 4 letters from me to my investigator asking him to attempt communication on my behalf. 5 known attempts by the investigator, by himself directly on my behalf, no response. 9 attempts made by outside sources on my behalf, including phone calls, voicemails, emails, no response. Also, we're not done here. This is a Ginsu knife commercial. Wait, there's more. Trying to use recycled components in my case. What? Well, now we're eco-friendly. That's good. Yeah, we don't want to, let's save the environment here and let's stop the climate change by using recycled components in this case. You're supposed to use things you already have in your case. Hello. No discovery, witness list, research, orders, instructions, records, depositions, downloads, etc. after 13 months. Nothing but confirmation of his lack of professionalism, principles, disrespect, lies, and not caring. Please note, star, there's a star here. So 11 out of 13 months we are with no communication, none in any form. And I will do this in all disclosure. Can I kindly share the millions of dollars I'm making from reading this profound letter? Sometimes I don't hit the monetization button. If I do, in a video that has 1,000 views, you might make between $3 and $6. So I'm somewhere short of $1 million by more than 999,900 and whatever dollars. So, but I'm working on it. All right. Let's see here. The only difference is I want progress, productivity, honesty, respect, and results. If he were such a professional attorney from the beginning and not selling me on his stable of witnesses, historical background, and all his abundant resources, he wouldn't be still avoiding and cowering behind his now second attempt to withdraw. Number 2, per motion to withdraw, in case you didn't know what second was. Clearly, everyone can see anyone who's not lobotomized in my slides prison outfit would be highly unsatisfied with Bankowitz's overall performance as an attorney, and I would be highly dissatisfied that you killed the guy. So it's mutual. See prior data. I got to repeat that here. And no dedication has been made on his part in my case, or any productive progress or effort. What time has been put forth solely? 7 out of 9,792 hours in 13 months. Number 3, promotion to withdrawal. Oh, I think now she's addressing paragraphs. That's kind of leaving me behind there a little bit. All right. And as I reminded him during one of our 4 video visits, and him repeatedly telling me how busy he is with all his other murder cases, after again no communication for months, I politely raised my hand to the camera where he could see and said, "Murder case. I am your client also and have been. When do I get to trial like all the other clients?" He said we have to think about everything and disconnected. No word since. 100 days later, except for the motion to withdraw I learned about from Court TV. Number 4, per motion to withdraw. Judge Wooten, with everything I've stated and all my information produced to you and all my previous letters, so you are aware, clearly Bankowitz should not continue being my attorney. So now we have a consent to the motion to withdraw. So that's always good when everybody consents to the motion. Clearly you should have listened and reviewed much earlier when I was trying to communicate to you 10 letters ago. Although there is a note in the docket, as I said during the other live stream, that she didn't request him to be removed at the first one. It is her right. Please listen and include me going forward. Okay. And then this is upside down. With that being said, and because I'm not going to try and read this upside down to you guys, but there is more Wapner stuff here. All right. Let's swap it to the other one. Let me find the other document. Okay, that has the upside down thing. Let me get ready. Here. Take 2. All right. Now this one is August 30th. So if you didn't buy that first one, hang on, the sequel is going to get you. All right, here we go. Now this is, all right, this is August 30th. This is to the clerk of courts, Judge Wooten, anyone. So that includes everybody watching. So pay attention. Would you just pay attention to what Sarah's trying to tell you? Come on, people. So confused. So tired of the perpetual question marks over my head. A lot of capital letters going here. As usual, thanks to the ongoing convolution of everything from no communication, no system, not including me, and no care. I can't ask my attorney because he's trying to withdraw again. I wouldn't get a response anyway. Booyah. It's funny how the only piece of correspondence via mail I actually received from Bankowitz is his motion to withdraw as counsel. It's kind of funny. So our sense of humor is we're starting to get in line with each other there. Judge Wooten, please clarify my request. Is that how they downloaded it upside down? I suppose so. Just going to write a letter about it. It's clearly the Illuminati. Judge Wooten, please clarify my requested information as follows, so I, the defendant in my case, can prepare and plan accordingly. Okay, he's not going to do all that. What he's going to do tomorrow is tell whether this attorney gets out of this case or not, and that looks likely to happen. Then the judge is not going to become your personal secretary about this case. They're going to, if you don't go pro se, you're going to give you another lawyer. But let's get back into this. I will put this up here. Okay, now somebody's telling me that I missed part of that other letter. I will go back to it then. Thank you for letting me know that. But I'm leaving this popcorn comment up until I get to the bottom of this letter. This information in question is all I have from an outside source looking on the clerk's website to keep me updated since no one else will. I tried to dilute some of the question marks, but need you, Judge Wooten, to help me get it correct and begin my preparation. Yes, Judge Wooten, you be the lawyer. Yes, upside down is unconstitutional. This letter is pretty short, so I will go back. We won't get out of this without seeing what the exciting conclusion is of this other one. Filed July 21st, 2023. Title, notice of hearing. 4, pretrial conference. Okay, so she's just copying stuff off the docket here, so this is cool. I thought the pretrial conference was on this date. Is this from the recycled psychologist? So she doesn't like that first psychologist sounded like to me. She doesn't like recycling, not a fan of recycling, eco-friendly, using recycled stuff in her case. I wonder what happened with that first psychologist. You didn't like it. I think I can guess. Why didn't I receive a copy? Blah, blah, blah. Motion to withdraw. Yep. 2 meetings already scheduled. And this is for September 8th. Okay. Why didn't I receive a copy of this? Why didn't he send me a copy of the status hearing? Again, what is going on and when? I rarely am included in the certificate of service for any document filed or anything else. It should be an automatic inclusion. Please send revised and or all correct copies of the aforementioned documents so I have for my records, and it's the only way I know unless able to find an outside source. Again, receiving copies and notifications, updates, schedules, everything to all my meetings, conferences should be automatic, so I know it's my right. Please include. Finally, am I really the only one who is trying to figure anything out for and about my case to finally conclude? No, we're looking at it too. Shouldn't I, the defendant of all parties in my case, be included overall and receive necessary needed copies? Yes, I would agree for that. Please clarify everything. Now, since she did address this to everybody, including us, I will help clarify this. There's a video of you taunting this guy as he says he can't breathe in the suitcase, and that's called bad evidence. This isn't legal advice. This is life coaching. Don't put people in suitcases and leave them there. And if you do and you don't want to be criminally convicted for it, maybe don't video it. Okay? That's just, I'm talking about in general, not about the specific facts of your case, because as you've let us know, Sarah, there's your truth that we have to be concerned about, and I don't know what it is. All right, so we're going to do take 3, and we're going to slip it back, and I am trying to channel this energy that she has here. All right, let me see if I can drop it while it's hot back up to here. I see an upside down thing. So, okay, and we are on take 3, and just to channel this, I'll throw this up here as we bring it up. All right, I'm reliably told. And I totally agree that there's more to this letter than the upside down Illuminati page. So we'll skip that. Here's the blank one. Aha! The world goes right side up again. Maybe that other page was for friends in Australia, since they're upside down. And they could read it to us and let us know what it says. In the meantime, with the selection of my next attorney. Okay, what does that say? Aim, please? I don't know what that is. And also going forward, please enable and support me in still trying to utilize my constitutional rights and as a still proud citizen of the United States. And this is a 4th of July situation here. She's still waving that flag, even with everything she's had to go through. And stop willingly, actively allowing the violations of said rights. See previous letter. Please include me. Please listen to what I have to say. No one else does or has. It's my case. Well, apparently Court TV wanted to hear it. I mean, you were like, I don't think so. Hopefully, futuristically, with a better, more appropriate professional attorney of your choosing, less letters, if any, will be generated. So there's the carrot for the judge. If you get me an attorney that I talk to and does what I like, doesn't use recycled old nasty psychologists, but new fresh ones right out of the package, you won't have to get these letters from me, Judge. See what I'm saying? Nice desk you got there with no letters on it. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. There will be more time you'll have to dedicate to all your priorities you made known to me in the past. What? The judge has more than your case? Please know also, Your Honor, I am not priority as you condescendingly and incorrectly stated, nor am I making myself out to be or ever been in anything my entire life. I am a client to my attorney. That's true. Now 7th and all prior. 7th? I haven't seen it yet. An inmate to the county jail and criminal case for your righteous judgment still. Clearly, after yet another letter from me and another withdrawal not by my choice, and 42 uneventful months later, still looking for the starting line and 7 times more, nothing has been made priority. Please help Bankowitz wipe the sweat from his brow and inform him he can stop the self-sabotage. He is no longer my attorney. Amen. Again, so this is great. This is consented to. And the judge with this, it looks like tomorrow will be letting him off the hook. I still don't think they're going to broadcast that because they certainly shouldn't. But you'll see an order saying he's out, and then we'll see whether it does sound like she wants another lawyer. Who draws the short straw? My perseverance is real. So is my truth. I can't wait to meet the bullseye. Court appointed. I would not want to be on that list, people. Audacious gratitude. Oh, wait. You thought it was over, didn't you? You thought it was over. Okay, but there's more here. Please send me a copy of this letter, as the court used to consistency, so I have receipt and know it was received and hopefully read. Yes, court administrator, Sarah has some words for you. I do not have the resources, being in jail still, to make this needed copy myself, nor the pen ink to rewrite. And my violin's downstairs with the guitars. You may have seen it in the clip I posted of some guitar stuff. I'm sorry I didn't bring it up here. I would love to play it, although it's not small enough, I think, for the moment that we're all in together. Hopefully my next letter will be less involved. I share that hope. From all the necessary remedies being made. I don't know about every remedy that you want. Also, my attorney is really an attorney. Okay? Thank you in advance for the copy, 10 pages, your caring and precious time. I feel like some of these compliments are not entirely genuine. What do you guys think? Thank you in advance. Oh, no, sorry, I already read that. Sorry. I will look for it in the mail once the copy has been mailed. That's the time to look for something in the mail, is after it has been mailed. Do they have drugs in prison? Again, so grateful, Sarah Boone. Here's her number and some other identifying information and her return address, in which anybody can try to contact her, but please not Court TV. She wasn't really happy about that. All right. So that is Sarah's letters there, right? So now we know where she stands for the hearing tomorrow. That's good, because I figured I wouldn't know what the answer was for sure while I was doing weekly docket tomorrow. But I think now we see how this is going to land. So tomorrow morning, I got a lot of stuff on Alex Murdaugh, because I read more carefully through the filings there, including one of the jurors who did give a sworn affidavit, but who also told the judge before she did that affidavit that the judge said specifically, did the clerk talk to you or anybody on this jury about the case? She said, not that I'm aware of. A few months later, she's signing an affidavit saying the clerk talked to them about the case. So this is going to be messy there. And I've kind of outlined as much as I think I can with what's important and what the law is. With Sarah, I do agree with her that, her case is just kind of spinning right now, but I don't think she's completely faultless in that. Apparently she doesn't like the original psychologist. And I think perhaps we can wager a guess that psychologist was not ready to jump up on the stand and say the reason she left him in a suitcase and taunted him and then lied to the police about what happened was because she was in fear of her life and was a battered partner. I don't think so. All right. I have some days free, help a girl out. Sadly, not licensed in Florida. So I'm not anywhere even close to their list, thankfully. Well, I mean, you can write to judge if that's what you feel like doing. And then what happens in this case is, you can write to judge if you want to. Now, what they should do about it is a different thing, of course. And what happens in this case is she usually gets, or in the docket has something in it saying, the court got it, nothing further. But, I'm flippancy aside. If a prisoner wants to write a judge, I feel like they should be able to do it, because something could be going on the judge needs to know about. In Sarah's case, it's just general dissatisfaction with the attorney. That's not a secret. He's dissatisfied with her. It's been that way for quite a while. And that comes to a head tomorrow, when the judge will probably relieve this attorney of going forward. Now, Sarah may make demands about the judge about how great the new attorney needs to be, but the judge is probably going to pick one off of the list that they have and not be doing interviews for her or doing it himself. So let's see here. Is she being offered a plea? I'm not aware that she has been offered one. And, the longer she stays in jail, the more enticing one may ultimately be if they did just offer her a plea. But I'm not aware that she's asked for one, and I'm not aware that they've offered her one. And so could she take a deal? Well, I don't know if there's a deal on the table at this point. And right now, with an attorney switching, that's off the table until they get somebody captaining this Titanic, the SS Sarah Boone Titanic 2, and to the next letter iceberg, where it will sink. And the rearranging of the deck chairs occurs again until eventually she either goes finally to trial, or there is a plea bargain offered, just the universe showing some mercy to everyone, and whatever that may be. But, what are they going to offer on a plea? Manslaughter or something like that. So right now, I don't think they're in any hurry to do that. So, ooh, good point. Maybe she needs a woman lawyer. LOL. LOL, I think is an appropriate thing to put at that, because I don't think there's been one yet. And it might be interesting to see if that changes the dynamic. Maybe that would, maybe she would feel more heard or something like that. She hasn't, I will say she's not made any comments based on gender or anything like that. So I don't think she's raising it as an issue, but it would be interesting. But for all female attorneys down there on the list, I hope for them they don't get hit with it. But everybody gets a bad client sooner or later, and there's some karma waiting to hit somebody on that list pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow before the weekend, and maybe they'll wait till Monday to give somebody the bad news, the reverse lottery. All right, so those are the letters, and I think what can you really say about all this, right? It is what it is. You can feel sorry for her because Banquets, in theory, didn't spend enough time with her, at least according to what she wanted, or you cannot. But that all comes to a head tomorrow because they're going to part ways. It sure would look like. I would love to hear her voicemails to her attorneys. Yeah, that would be interesting. Sounds like they need to do a behavioral exam. Well, they've been doing it, and she's already said, no more recycling, yo. I need fresh, new psychologists. The stale, boneheaded boomer psychologists suck. They don't understand. I need the new ones that are super cool, know what's up, and can get me out of this situation. Don't recycle my experts, bro. Every time I get a new lawyer, I want a new suite of experts. Is that too much to ask for, that a whole new suite of experts be appointed every time my lawyer switches? Why can't I just get new experts? Maybe like on Amazon, you sign up and get something every month delivered. Just give me new experts every month, right? And eventually I'm going to get the ones that I like a mystery package, a mystery thing. All right. So what court is her case in? It is the state of denial. And so that's where she's at right now. But I'll pop up something from her docket tomorrow. And I did have, if you want to see it, previous streams where we went over all the attorney stuff from the prior 6 withdrawal situations, which, by the way, only this one and the very first one were actually due to a conflict with her rather than professional conflicts of interest related to witnesses and things like that. So it hasn't been that she's pissed off 6 lawyers. It's been the first one and this one are the bookends so far that want to get out. And then also did one where I downloaded every expert that she was authorized in this case, because it turned out to be a lot more experts than I thought. Like I thought, well, of course she should get this or get that, but she's had a lot of experts so far in the case, which she now bemoans because she doesn't want to recycle them because they're boring and boneheaded, and she wants new cool ones. And we went over that, and it took quite a while because I think it was like 100 pages of expert stuff. So all right, let's see here, and that is that. And we'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow, and I'll have some more stuff on her tomorrow. And that's it. Thanks. Bye.